You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek. You're
Are we
great.
gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev
So
Nips. I'm
great.
Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's a
that
good
part,
point.
You know? You're great.
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 Super great.
Super duper pooper great.
Welcome to the Hug Life podcast. I am Mike Batman Coletta.
And I am Monica the Riddler Nevi.
Ooh, nice.
Are you excited for the new Batman movie?
You know, kind of.
I can
I mean,
see it
not
in your
really,
bones.
but I don't really. You can see my bones.
I can see it in your bones.
That's weird.
You
Sorry,
are-
I'm not much of a superhero movie. I don't know. It looks fine, and I'm interested. He wouldn't be someone I would choose to be a Batman. You know,
Robert Pattinson, because he's a
Yeah.
vampire.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, kind of, because I feel like
I
Batman
get
could
it,
be
yeah.
a vampire.
Bats all together. How does Batman ever bit by a bat or anything, or he just is emulating the bats?
He's just emulating that. What's funny is there is a villain in the Batman canon called Man Bat that is like a man that was turned into a bat hybrid.
Like Spider-Man, but
yeah,
for
it's
bats.
like if Spider-Man had a villain called Man Spider that he fought. It's so silly. It's very comic book silliness. I'm into it though.
I like Man Spider. That's so funny.
That's the name of this episode, probably.
Who's your favorite superhero? Man Spider.
Man Spider.
Okay, well, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for listening. Brand new one here. You know, do you have any?
Really hot off the presses? This one.
Yeah. Do you have any shows coming up?
I have one show this week. I have a dope show in Bremerton, Washington.
Okay.
Taking it pretty easy this week. It's my
Okay.
one show I have because I've been on the road a lot. So I'm glad to be back for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Little travel fella. Okay. I mean, do you have any more like in the first couple weeks of March or anything, just in case?
I mean, the super secret stand-up show.
Oh, yeah. Will we both be there? That's exciting.
I think we'll both be there. Let me look at my
Nice.
calendar because I haven't been in a while.
Neither have I. So
And I
this will be
feel
good.
bad. You know, I got to bring my man spider over there. March
Good.
4th, I'll be there.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Well, for me this week, the 24th on Thursday, I'm at Mac's Restaurant and Nightclub in Eugene, Oregon. Friday, the 25th, I am at the New Frontier Lounge in Tacoma, Washington for Is This Weird?, which is Aaron Engel and Alyssa Yeoman's show.
Love those two. Two
I
great people right
know,
there.
I know.
Two amazing human beings.
Saturday, the 26th, I'm in Estacada, Oregon. At the
Estacada?
Yeah. Have you been there?
No, I just love the name.
No,
Estacada.
I know.
It's
a
fun to
pretty
say.
cool. I've heard it's not the coolest town, but it's a cool name, you know. At the Cazadoro Steakhouse. Then,
It's a steakhouse. Okay, 'cause
Yes.
I was like, that sounds very Cazadora.
yeah, with Amanda Arnold. So it'll be a good one. And then next week, Thursday, I'm in Olympia, Washington at Happy Hour Wine Bar, and that is almost sold out. It's really limited tickets. So if you're going to come to Olympia, get those tickets now.
That is a fucking fun show. It's
Yeah.
the one I did with Boris. That was
is it? Yeah.
and I had an office party, and it was like one of the best headlining sets I've ever had. It was so fun
There
because
you
you can mess
go.
with them. It's really close. It's
Don't
good.
miss-
If you want to get up close and personal with Monica and Nevi, go to that show.
Oh God, don't tell people that.
But like in a normal, fun way, not a weird sex
yeah.
way.
Then Friday the 4th, I am at Kremwork in Seattle for the Kinky comedy show. It's called Safe Word, and it's like I do comedy, but then they talk about kinks or something. I don't know. And then I am at the Seattle Secret Show that night. It's going to be great. Really good one. And then that Saturday, I am at the Crocodile Here and After Lounge is their comedy club there at the new Crocodile. And I'm headlining the Babe Cave. So that's also in Seattle. Yeah.
It's a funny
And then
name for a
I'm in
show.
Little Rock, Arkansas, and Minneapolis, Minnesota, the 2 weeks after that. So that's what I'll be up to. And you should get tickets to all of those things right now.
Trying to go to the Babe Cave?
Yeah. So it's another comic messaged me because there's posters all over Seattle, which is great for that show. And she was like talking about my headshot or whatever, but then she was like, also, I'm going to find it really hard not to refer to my vagina as the babe cave from now on.
That is funny. Oh my gosh. Did I tell you so every day at school, I eat lunch in the prep room, like Katie's prep room in her classroom. And I had it's essentially the frozen dinner version of a KFC Famous Bowl.
Okay.
And I was like, I love this. And I told Katie, yeah, I'm just going to go be in my gravy cave. And that's what I said.
No.
And I walked out, and then Katie just texted me. She's like, that's what I call my vagina. It's a very funny name. And she's like, I can't, because it's just such a funny
heard
joke.
that as a butthole, but I guess that works.
Gravy cave.
I think gravy's a little better.
But the thing is, I didn't even realize I was making a vagina pun, You
were just like, I'm going to be in this small room eating gravy. Yeah.
So it's my gravy cave.
Got
I didn't
it.
even put it together that it was that it was purely disgusting,
Yeah.
Not disgusting, Vaginas are beautiful.
Right. Yes.
We're very pro genitalia.
Pro genitalia in general.
What happened to us?
I don't
What's
know.
going on?
It's hard to. Well, it doesn't help that this hasn't.
That you're sitting in the dark?
Yeah.
Monica sitting in the dark.
Oh, there's a little bit. Not that you need.
That's a little better. Okay, so I got some stuff going on. You ready for our plugs? Here we go. Things you could do. You could burp in the microphone. You could also rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. You could follow us on Spotify, all that jazz. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/Huglife Podcast. $1 a month. That's all we ask for.
You get an extra episode.
Extra episodes, magic, love, all that stuff. We also have a Amazon affiliate link you could use if you go to huglifepodcast.com or monicanevi.com or colettacomedy.com. Click on the banner, shop as you normally would, get a little something back. You're going to buy shit on Amazon anyway. Might as well help us out.
That is true. Oh,
finally.
Never mind. Sorry, that's my lexical impression.
Danny Dodge is our favorite artist, easily, of all the artists in the entire world. And you should support her, Studio Dodge. Or studiododge.com or at Studio Dodge on Instagram. And that are the plugs. Monica, what is your lexical embrace?
Nailed it. Oh, my lexical embrace is succumbing to an Instagram ad and buying one of the things that.
What did you buy?
I bought those earwax things.
Oh, that clean out the earwax?
Yeah, the little. And I bought like 3 different kinds because I just want to see,
What's inside there? You want to see what's in there?
Yeah, well, then you watch the videos, and I'm pretty sure that's more dramatic than it will probably be because I do clean my ears, but with Q-tips, and I know that's not like the best way to do it. So I've tried like to put the liquid stuff in there and like soften it, and then it's supposed to like come back out, but it didn't really do that. I've always had a weird thing with my ears. I don't know. I don't like them.
You just opened a rabbit hole. I've had a weird thing with my ears as well, and I actually had ear clogging problems, and I got a softener. It didn't work. And then I went to a doctor and they gave me one of those tools for free.
Really?
So okay. I have one.
But was it like a rubber tipped one or what?
It's like a little plastic loop is what it looks like. And it goes in and you can like spin it and it'll like grab all the stuff and you can pull it out.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you, if I don't do it for a while, I try to do it like every night just because it's like feels good and it gets the grossness out of my ears. But if I don't do it for a while and I do it, it's
like a lot of stuff.
Pretty gnarly what's inside there.
I got the one that's like, it looks like a little pointy tip, but it's like a spiral, Now, that one with the rubber tip, which also comes with another one that looks like it's like a little spiky thing that's supposed to like kind of loosen it up. Then you put the other one in and kind of grab it all. And then I also got the one that almost looks like a spring, like it's like a little. It's more metal looking and it looks like a little spring so that you put it in there and then it winds everything into the little holes. I don't know. Anyways, I'll send you photos if you want.
Yeah, I'm curious.
But now at this point, because I kept getting so many different ads for the same thing, I don't know what I had searched. But now I'm like, well, I'm just going to compare all these different types, You
know what I've been thinking I might do? And this is a whole new level of methamphetamines. I wanted to look into getting dermatology tools
for like pimples and stuff.
Yeah, like the kind you use to like clean. Because I have like this one thing on my nose that's driving me insane. And I'm like, if I get a tool, I could get in there and I could just get it all out immediately.
Your skin is so, depending on how sensitive it is, it's such a difficult thing. So like I get really dry skin on my face. So we started to do more like I have like a luxury face oil or whatever. And so, which I'm assuming is the oil from other people's from rich people's faces.
From rich people's faces.
Yeah.
It's rich people face oil.
Yeah. And then you put it on yours and you're a baby or whatever. And no, but then because it's like so much moisture that it causes me to get pimples now, I think. So it's like, I can't do one without the other, you know.
Yeah, I've been trying to be better I've been washing my face every day. I've been wiping after I poop. You know, the usual thing. I'm just kidding.
You're like every other time.
Every other time. I've been trying to get better about washing my face because, it's pretty gnarly. And I just feel like I'm a disgusting slob. So
it is weird too, because like we're older than, you know, we're not in our teens
no one tells you acne just doesn't go away. It just lingers here.
Well, then they call it like adult acne. And I think that's like if you didn't have acne when you were younger, then you got acne as an adult, because otherwise it's just acne and it's the whole time.
It just never ends.
Yeah.
Just never ends.
So do you look at us buying Instagram ad or wherever you're finding your ads on? You could find it on monicanevi.com.
I got a lexical embrace, by the way. I forgot to tell you.
Okay. Sorry. But I'm saying, whether you need to do your face dermatology stuff or your earwax, just get some weird thing that you saw on an ad.
Yeah, if it makes you feel happy for a little bit, you know, you gotta have those little wins. Okay.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not a product, just do it once, you know, it's not a big deal. Just don't be like me with Lego and buy a bunch of them. Don't do that. I love them so much. There's a Mandalorian helmet that's coming out that I really want. Okay. So this is a weird lexical embrace. Going somewhere that makes it feel like you're traveling backwards in time.
Okay.
I went and did Summit City Comedy Club with Kelsey in Indiana.
Right.
And that club is owned by the Tacoma Comedy Club people that are all, and that club is Tacoma Comedy Club 6 years ago.
Really?
Like aesthetically, the menu, the chicken wings were their old chicken wings. They were so fucking good.
They have chicken
I got
wings?
them every single night I could. They were so amazing.
Nice.
And it was just so fun. And the shows were fun. And I was just like super into it. And I'm like, it feels like I'm legitimately traveling back in time.
That's funny.
And it was so weird, but I loved it. Great club.
That's great. Well, but then I don't even know why this is probably not the same thing, because 6 years is a little different than forever. I did a show in Natchez, Washington.
Yep, I heard of it.
Okay, nice. I could not get the name down. I called them nachos for the rest of the day. But it's like this. It's called Whistling Jack's. And I know, and it's got like all these cabins and stuff. So it's the comics, you stay in this one cabin, and there's no TV. There's internet, but you have to pay for it if you want it on your phone. So like we did this show, and of course it's like packed bar with these like more conservative people. Nobody's wearing a mask, you know, whatever. But they were fucking great. Like it's just one of those shows where it's like the weirdest show and it's just awesome. But then they were so nice afterwards, and then the bartender let us buy a bottle of gin to bring to the room.
Nice.
Yeah. And so Aaron was with me. So it was two other comics, me and Aaron, and then we like played Uno and drank
So
gin
you had a high school
in
party?
this cabin. Yeah, it was kind of, so it feels very similar. And then Aaron and I had the room, but we still had to sleep in a bunk bed. It was bigger on the bottom, so at least we both fit on that one. But yeah, I was like, when we got there, I was like, top bunk. She was like,
Top
no.
bunk.
But yeah, that's kind of the same thing where you
Yeah.
go back, and it was really fun. Honestly, I was
Whistling
like,
Jack's is a great name.
yeah, it was a pretty cool. I mean, it's like
What if
small
you and I
place for sure, but
quit comedy and just open a chicken wing restaurant called Yodelin Carl's?
Yodeling Carl's. I like it. I mean, we do have this. I don't know if we should put it out in the real world.
Don't
but-
put out the business idea
Okay.
that we
But I feel
put
like-
out multiple times.
Yes. No. But I feel like that would fit well with our
Yodelin
other
Carl's
business.
would
Yeah.
be a sidebar of whatever we name the.
I think you need to come on my other podcast and we can talk about all the stupid business ideas we've had.
I
on
think
this show.
that is a very important thing we need to
Okay.
do,
I
because
think we
that's
should do
something
that.
that I am very into. I think about that business idea a lot, actually.
Oh, that one, yeah, for sure. And
'Cause I think
we
it
could
would
play the
work.
clip. We could play that clip from the show.
Oh,
that
from
we
the
did.
show that we that never
that
came out.
never saw the light of day.
Oh,
Because
that's my favorite. Like, that's the most LA thing that I feel like you and I, when we were in LA, had a lot of LA things happen.
yeah,
and
like
that
we
was a
did
very
stuff
LA
or
thing.
auditioned or whatever, and then
That
it was
never
like,
came out.
never happened. But whatever.
You know, where you're like, this is it. This is gonna be
This
what
this
makes Monica
YouTube
and I
show
blast
that
off.
we did with this
Nope.
where the hosts were clearly drunk.
Clearly hammered.
I mean, everybody was, but still.
I can't get over that one host's outfit. Her like weird boob suspenders.
And it's kind of what it was like. It was like overalls.
It was like,
that, like
sexy overalls.
Oh man, that whole story. Okay, yeah, you gotta come. I'm sure if you listen to this podcast enough, you can piece it all together. But come on the other show, and then it's called Dumb Pitches. And then we'll talk about that because that was like such a silly turn of it. Because do you remember it got canceled the day before or whatever?
Yeah.
Because she had an allergic reaction. That was the same day that the shitting my pants story was. So it actually was good that she had.
It was a really good week for me, actually, now that I think about it. A lot of funny things happened that week for me to watch. Yeah.
Right. Funny things for you, but not
for you, but for me.
All right. We got to plan that.
Imagine. I can't stress how much I keeled over laughing when you told me the shit your pants story. I just fucking cry.
There's a whole thing on my website if anybody wants to find it. But
all right, we're positive spinning.
Yes, positive. Oh, are we doing the other segment?
We are doing the other segment. You're right.
What full on tangential here, but ready?
Ready.
Hey guys, good news.
Hey, the good news is going to be Mike Coletta back in the saddle again.
Saddle?
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. This is a good story, I think. National Medical Commission forbids conversion therapy. This is in India. So officially, LGBTQ conversion therapy, where they say like, we're going to convert you to a straight person, is gone.
That's their slogan.
Is gone, which is good because in America, it's still definitely a thing, which is ridiculous.
Which is so fucking dumb.
But this is like the state level. Like you cannot do this. The National Medical Commission said no. Can I just talk about?
Sorry,
this is kind of related health wise to like what we're positive thing today, because the hoops we've had to go through today to get our fucking rabies vaccine paid for by our insurance company is fucking stupid. And
that's so dumb.
Oh yeah. So okay. I mean, this news story is great. Can you end the segment real quick and I'll just go into this?
Yes. Sorry. Hey guys, that was good news.
So long story short, Katie and I got engaged. Exciting, magic, love.
So that's we've got to start off on a high note.
But more importantly, we were in the cabin
after 1,500 years.
We were in the cabin. And we woke up at 3:30 in the morning and there was a bat, like a flying rodent bat in my friend's hand. Like she was sleeping and she woke up and it was in her hand.
Sorry. Could you tell us a little bit of backstory on the engagement part? So you went camping and
we went to her family cabin because I knew that would be a good place to propose because she wanted to propose somewhere that was meant a lot to her and with friends around, but not in public, outdoors. So Adriana, our friend, lured her down to the river. I was there. She was getting water. We were talking. She turned to get water, and then I was down on one knee, and I had it all ready to go. And I had
Did you cry?
A little bit.
Oh,
a little bit. She cried too, though.
Well, yeah, I figured. But
what a wuss.
You're like, it just wasn't me crying.
I'm not crying. You're crying. That's what I said to her in the middle of the proposal.
Yeah. What are you crying? Jeez.
But she had no idea. It was really. And then when we went back up, all of our friends had put up like all the different bunting that Katie had made for them over the course of the pandemic in the cabin. So it was just like a crazy.
Just decorated.
They did that part on their own too. But I didn't mention that.
You didn't know that was going to happen?
No, they just did it all. So, and they had champagne and it was fun. But so the whole point of this though is like,
so then after this, it's actually magical moment.
What's funny is it's the night before that the bat thing happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's the thing.
So you already had rabies when you proposed.
Yeah. But I didn't think much. I didn't really feel real until I left the cabin. And then we're like, we got to go get rabies shot. And that's when it was like, we went to the hospital. We went to the ER yesterday because we spent about 2 hours. Katie spent about 2 hours on the phone calling different people to be like, where do we go? Because the rabies vaccine is very.
So is it just? It was just in the room. Did anybody get like?
It's in the room with you. None of us know if we got bit because a bat. This is the terrifying thing. A bat can bite you and you have no idea.
It's like a vampire in the.
Yeah, it's very tiny. They're a little tiny. Their teeth are really tiny too, so they could bite you.
I see. So and it was in there for you don't know how long because everybody was asleep.
We were all asleep. We have no idea. Yeah. So it could have bit us and we'd have no idea. And rabies, we found out today, is 99.9% fatal. Like if you get it without getting vaccinated, you're just dead. There's no cure for it. Yeah. So that's why we went and got the vaccine. Yeah. If you're ever in an encounter with a bat, like indoors or near you,
just get a shot.
Get a shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's actually 4 shots and it hurts really bad. I found out.
Where do they do it?
So Our two friends got it in their butts, and that's what we thought was going to happen. And then
Okay,
they
in the
told me in
hole.
the arm when I was sitting in the ER. And then the lady came up to me and she's like, actually, do you want to do it in your legs? Because it's a lot of liquid they're injecting. Like
So
the
they want
first,
like a more meaty area.
yeah. So
Got it.
my right leg had the actual rabies vaccine, which hurt really bad, but wasn't a lot of liquid. And then the left one, she filled like 7 bottles up of immunoglobulin and then shot me up. And it was a lot. It was like a shot that took like 15 seconds to put all the liquid in.
Ugh.
And it hurt. It didn't hurt as bad as the first one did. And I actually am not feeling too sore today. I'm feeling pretty good. But the next shots are all like really easy. They're really quick, like 1 milliliter.
It's like
or whatever.
normal.
1
Okay.
not milliliter, millimeter, like really small. Like smaller than the COVID vaccine for the next ones.
Nice.
But the problem is these are so rare, these shots to get, because it only happens when you encounter a rabid or potentially rabid animal.
Right,
And it's like
yeah.
rabid dog, you get a rabies shot. If you are anywhere near a bat, regardless of if it has rabies or not, they have you get a shot because bats are just known to carry it.
Well, and especially now we're not fans of bats.
No, we're not. But then again, each vaccine, if we go to this pharmacy without our insurance, is $550 per shot. And I have to get 3 more shots.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So we have to go to the ER now every
Or
day.
you die.
Yeah. We have to go to the ER now every day to get them. So we have to check into the
Because
ER.
that's what, okay, so insurance will cover the ones if they're at the ER?
If they're at the ER,
Okay.
which is funny because we went to the ER last night and it took like 3 hours. And then the doctors were actually longer, like 3.5 hours. And the doctor was like, I'll have it set up so you can go to this clinic in Federal Way and get it done as like an outpatient thing. And they just inject you and you leave. We called that number today, and that's when they told us it would be $550 out of pocket. Our insurance wouldn't cover it. And then we called the insurance
Even though
company.
the doctor had like,
Even though the
recommended or whatever.
doctor recommended it. So now we have to go waste the ER's time
Right.
on Thursday and Monday, and then next Monday because it's a shot dosage within 3 weeks or 2 weeks. So this is a whole fucking thing. But the best part is we're engaged. Yay.
Yeah. Good way to start your engagement. You just spend time
Bats.
together. In
I
the-
told Katie that means we can release bats at our wedding instead of doves. We'll be safe, right?
Yeah, that's what you should have, like a bat theme.
And then everyone else gets rabies vaccines.
Get married in a cave. In a gravy cave.
Welcome to my gravy cave. Oh yeah, it's
God.
it was a whole thing, but yeah. So we
Okay.
wanted
I
a
mean,
positive
obviously,
spin.
the good part is that you got engaged and you were with friends and all that stuff. But how do we positive spin specifically the bat part?
Well, you know what's a good one positive spin is I've learned a lot about bats in the last 3 days.
Okay.
I looked up like ways you can get because we thought about how do we get a bat so it doesn't go back into the cabin again because the cabin it's a great place for a bat.
I see.
So
yes.
you can buy bat houses that bats live in, like bird houses, but for bats. So we
Then
might
you
get some of
just put 'em,
those.
like outside of the house so that they don't.
Yeah,
come
we
in,
might get
right?
some of those and put them outside the cabin so bats can live
such a-
there.
Bats in.
They're really good for the ecosystem. They eat all the bugs.
Yeah.
Like they're really, you
Yes.
really want bats around. They actually
When we're
said,
in
for-
Chelan, they're always flying around eating the bugs. But
yeah, they said that you want to have bats actually like, they say to put one up in your house because you want to have bats living in your yard because they eat all the pests. So, but the only problem is Delilah would murder the shit out of a bat for sure. She wants to. You can see it. They have
She'd
little
get
wings. They're just flying
rabes.
mice. She loves it. She won't get rabies. She'll just murder it and feel great.
cool, nice.
Yeah. But so there's that. I'm going to laugh
I feel like I'm going to be honest. The positive I've gotten so far is that we were all able to learn something about insurance.
we
and
really were
where
today.
Maybe you need to check in. So let's say,
I'm a walking, talking PSA on how to get a rabies vaccine.
right, not necessarily just rabies vaccine, but let's say you go to some clinic and they're like, "This is $550," and you're like, "Is there?" And now you know you got to ask, "Is there anywhere I can go that wouldn't charge?"
You gotta-
because otherwise you die.
Yeah, no, that's that. So that was the big conversation that Katie just had on the phone today with their insurance provider. She's like, you think it's kind of weird that you guys don't pay for this, but if we didn't get this
We
and
die.
we had rabies, we would just die. And they were like, yeah, but it's just shows how stupid the health system is in this country. Like,
Well,
it's,
and that they always like everything's more expensive when it is like more dangerous.
yeah, for sure. So, and what's
Like,
funny
yeah.
though is I think because our insurance will cover the ER visits for the next thing. So it's either we pay $550 out of pocket for a fast, convenient solution, or we go do this long, boring solution. That's probably going to be $100 a visit instead. But again, we're in an ER with people with like real life problems, like need to go in there right now. And we're sitting there like, we need to get our bat vaccine.
Shoot me up, Scotty. Come on.
Yeah. What's funny is the nurses did call us like bat people. They're like, I got another bat person to come in here and sit at a table.
I would be so irritated with the insurance companies or whoever, if I was them, of being like, they shouldn't be here to do this, but I understand why they are. So you guys need to figure out a way for it not to be so fucking expensive at other places. What's the point of me being able to give a referral to a clinic if they're just going to charge them and not be able to use it anyway?
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do, we're going to go back there on Thursday, and we learned we can talk to our doctor about having a waiver get filled out. So they'll like fill out a waiver being like, no, this is why you need to cover this on your prescription. Because it's our prescription. You know how you have like insurance for like going to the doctor, and then you have your prescription insurance. It's like separate.
Yeah.
It's like the prescription insurance won't cover it at all, but the ER one will. So the doctor has to be like, he has to like, essentially our doctor has to write an essay on top of being an ER doctor on why this insurance company should cover our prescription, because it is 99.9% fatal, and because it's inconvenient and takes up the ER's time. And
the whole point of you wanting to do it somewhere else was to not take up his time. But if I
have to take up more of his time,
then he'd be taking more of his time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so fucking stupid. So that's what we're going through. But I am really excited because I tweeted this out. People thought it was funny, and I am going to make a bit out of this. So
yeah, you better. Yeah. This is a good story coming up.
The only thing that's like not good narrative wise is that the bat thing happened before the proposal.
Well, change it.
But I'm going to fucking change it because you know what? I don't give a shit.
I didn't know.
And if people think when they listen to their favorite comedy story, it's 100% true, they're wrong.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not. Especially with something as simple as the order.
Yeah, right.
Who cares?
I often wonder about like, I want to talk to like the big famous story, like the machine story comes to mind. Bert Kreischer's machine story. I'm like, hey, what really happened in what order?
Right. Yeah.
Like, because you want to know like what really happened and what's embellished, because every comedy story is embellished, but that's what makes it fun. The only one that's like 100% true that I tell like in order is the one about my dad and the Craigslist thing that happened as that turn of events happened. It was a beautiful moment.
I didn't even think of, I have some where like they just didn't even happen at all.
Oh yeah. You make sure.
I just thought about it. Yeah. Which is fine.
The wizard thing didn't happen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just was like, wouldn't it be funny if there was a wizard named Eric?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you think of.
Hey,
sorry the ABC story.
Show everyone how the ABC story.
I just thought of that whole scenario in the shower one time.
And it's a great story.
Yeah.
Sometimes people write things using their imagination, and they're great stories.
In their creativity. Look at us.
Look at that. Look at my creative writing major at work. It's made me zero money this whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Are you doing your taxes? How's the tax time going for you? As
I have put them together, which is good. I have a guy who actually does a very good job now, but because there was some unemployment still last year, that actually makes it easier for some reason.
I've been getting very angry about inefficiency with things, and this healthcare thing brought it up for me because this is the most like having people's healthcare tied to their employment is genuinely the dumbest thing on the planet because it's constantly changing and it's moving and it's not steady. Like, even if people are like, well, I don't want to have universal healthcare, can we at least tie it to something that doesn't change for a lot of people over the course of their life? Like, it seems stupid.
Yeah. Or like
taxes is another thing that's fucking dumb too, because the way we have to do our taxes each year is designed to help people like make money off of doing your taxes. It's not efficient at all. It's fucking stupid.
Me, it has to. I didn't get a return for a bunch of years, and then because a different guy was doing it and he was a jackass, and then this guy is great, and so the first year I got a $33 return, which I was paying for the years before that. Then last year I actually was pretty substantial because of the unemployment. But just the problem with, if you don't understand comedy taxes, I basically have to have a different tax, like a different W-2 for each weekend.
Yep. It's an absolute bitch.
Essentially. Yeah. And then, and no, everything. and no taxes are taken out when we get paid. So then you have to go backwards. Anyway,
but then
so it's
you
just
have
like
mileage is your deduction. Mileage or airfare is your
I have
deduction.
a ton of deductions now, which is helpful because there was things that I should have been taking out before that I wasn't. And that was when this guy was like, well, you can pay for all of the stuff that you do from home, basically.
Yeah. I did my phone bill for the first time last year.
Yeah. Internet, phone bill, heat now that we both work from home. So
also mileage. I think food. I've never done food. Have you ever done food on the road?
yes. I never keep track of it though, but he started and it's like a daily stipend. Like, you know how miles can be, it's like a certain amount of cents per mile or whatever. It's like that. It's like however many days you're actually working on the road. Then they give you a stipend per day. I don't know if 10, 20 bucks. I don't know what it is, but it's like that instead of you having to keep all your receipts.
That sounds dope.
Yeah. It's been very helpful.
Nice. I'm sure everyone wanted to listen to our podcast and hear us talk about taxes.
Hear about insurance and taxes.
I just have been like, had this whole thing on the brain, like, because I have this week off, right? Because it's midwinter break right now.
Right.
And I'm just like trying to get all my life adult shit done. And that's something we should, that might be the next episode, be Positive Spin adulting.
Doing adult shit.
Because it's so, no one tells you. Like,
I do feel better. And then like, that's what, oh man, I think about this all the time. You know how old people, you're like, what do you guys do? Like, you don't do anything and you're like just hanging out. Chelsea Peretti has a good joke about, she's like, her grandma's like, well, I got to go turn that light off. And then I'm going to go around back and turn that light off. And then I'll go out here and turn this light off. And she's like, I don't know how all the lights got on. But she's like, that's what she does all day is just turn the light on and off. But that's the thing. Like, as you get older and slower, the just normal doing, like keeping your house up or cleaning or doing the yard work or whatever, like that takes up all your time.
it really does. Like
Yes.
your whole day is spent like doing yard work or bullshit.
I did yard work yesterday and I was like, that's it. That's all I'm doing today. I mowed both lawns, edged, leaf blue.
Leaf blue.
I bought a
Okay.
shovel. I bought a shovel yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Like a big one, you know. I was really excited. But I have like trimmers and stuff. You know, it's like all the different stuff you have to do. And I am mostly in charge of the outside, and Aaron does the inside. And so it's like just doing those things and actually keeping it nice is enough work. Like you're good on your weekends for that. I don't have time.
No,
for
it really
this
does.
stuff.
It really takes up your whole fucking weekend. It's annoying as shit.
Yeah. And I don't work during the day during this time. And it's like, if I want to actually work, then I have to sacrifice, like I'm doing laundry right now. You know what I mean? I have to sacrifice being able to do some sort of adult thing. Anyways, we could talk about this on.
You just reminded me that I actually have to transfer my laundry over. I'm doing it right now. So.
Nice. Well, do you have anything else you want to share about the bat story? Or
I mean, the bat was cute. The bat was cute.
Oh God,
it was kind of cute.
That's the positive spin.
And the funny thing about it is, Katie shined a light on it at one point, and it looked at the light and was like, "Hey, hey, hey!" It was really angry, like clicking. It made also weird clicking noises.
That's
you know how you think bat was like beeping, like a really high pitched squeaks?
Yeah,
it was just clicks. It was like.
I've heard that before, and it's very creepy.
It's really weird, but yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, we got it in a bowl and we got it outside. And it flew away.
That's nice. But you didn't like smash it or anything.
No, we weren't gonna kill it. It's a bad. It's harmless. I mean, it's not harmless, but it didn't know what it was doing.
It was just got in the wrong place. Yeah.
We think it flew down the chimney because we left the dampener open for the fire because we had a fire going overnight.
Yeah,
and, like, it was kind of like dying out. So by 3:30 in the morning, the fire was dead, and it could have flown down the chimney without being too hot or smoky. And so we think that's how it came in the cabin. Either that or it squeezed through a door because they're very tiny.
Good with coldness.
Am I good with coldness or bats?
No, bats. Talking about the bats still. Sorry.
Bats are good with coldness. Yeah.
You're good with coldness because you're from Alaska. And you're a bear.
I'm a big old bear man.
No, I just didn't know if maybe it was trying to get warm, but they like caves. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think they cover in fur, so I feel like
they'd be okay.
They're doing okay. I mean, it's not great, but they're doing okay. But that's probably why it came in was warm in there. So
yeah, that's what I would assume. But that's only if I was a bat.
And a bat box has to be a certain size, so that way it can have like the efficient amount of heat retention.
Bat box and gravy cave. Those both sound like vaginas.
Bat box and my gravy cave.
Well, I think on behalf of all of the hug bugs and hug lows, congratulations, and we hope you don't have rabies.
Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Do you want to do a charity today?
I do have a charity. It's called the Climate Reality Project, and it is in Washington, D.C. And it's, just another, well, we do a lot of environmental ones every once in a while, but just because I think that's very important. But they're focused a lot on like bigger corporations and stuff, climate justice, which is important. And being in DC, that's kind of where they go. And that's the climate. It's just climaterealityproject.org.
climaterealityproject.org. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great charity. Well, Monica, is there anything you want to say to the listener before we go?
Oh, I love you so much.